Everyone, Adam the Corpulent Geek here. Today I'm going to bring you a comic book review of a new comic that's coming out from Short Fuse Media Group. It's got a badass looking hero, it's got social commentary, so it's not just brawny dudes beating up each other, and it's got robots. Sign me up. It's time to look into LumberJax. If all goes as planned, this is going to be the shortest video I've ever done, but editor Adam later on in the future will drop something right here to let you know if that successfully happened. I'm going to break this review down into two different parts. One is the story and characters, and the other one is the visuals. As far as story and characters go, I don't want to give away any specifics dealing with the plot because, you want to buy things and be surprised by them. But since this is a number one, it's going to have a lot of exposition in it, so be prepared for that. There's a lot of setting things up for the future and telling you who's who and what's what. There's also this hero, LumberJax. He doesn't know everything that's going on with his powers. He gets his powers from a necklace that he has, and I'm not even going to bother telling you what his powers are because it's stuff that you want to find out about, but he goes around with a big axe and he's really strong looking, so take a wild guess at what some of them may be. He doesn't know all about his powers, and he doesn't know about his past either. They have link number one down below in the show notes will give you a nice little backstory about him and how he started out. Supposedly there's a novelization that was supposed to come out in April that gives you much more of his backstory. LumberJax himself seems to be trying to do the right thing by the kids in his neighborhood and by us, the reader. The initial story that they kick off the run with is super relevant today. It's about Black Lives Matter. They do. Being a white guy, I can't speak on this with any authority, but it's important that we learn more and we're open to different things. So, like I said earlier, it's going to have a story behind it, and they set it up nicely in the first issue. Part two, visuals. They're great. The imagery looks good. There's several different shots of people that are supposed to be experiencing pain, and I feel that pain on their face in the drawings. So, and normally I don't when reading comics back in the day. The cover, immediately when I look at the cover, I was sucked in because it reminded me, my brain instantly went to V for Vendetta, where everyone was wearing the same stuff on the cover here. And if you harken back to V for Vendetta, everyone has those masks on, and I like the hell out of that movie. And I know that movie was based on a comic book, so hopefully they tap on that a little bit later on at the again, don't want to give stuff away, so more examples of the art you can check on link 2 down below. Goes to their gallery. Also, link 3 down below is how you can order the comic, and I know somewhere in there they have to have a couple of sample shots. Other things about this comic that I wanted to discuss. First and foremost is that it's from Fourth Wall Productions. So I'm immediately like, oh, Fourth Wall Productions, like that thing that Deadpool breaks all the time in his movies. I wonder if they'll do that. And when I started off reading this comic, the first couple pages were a little bit confusing to me until we got to a point where I was suddenly like, oh, I see. When the writing is in this font and has this color thing and all, he's talking to us. Because like this one right here, I'm trying not to give there's only one of two different shots I took out of the thing, but this right here explains the fourth wall breaking, which is great. I love that stuff. I hope that they keep with it. They don't do too much of it in this one. I guess it's a thing that they do with all their other productions from this company. But personally, I could deal with a lot more of that because I like it. And I mentioned robots. So far, we haven't talked much about robots. But there's this guy right here that I loved. His name is Triage. And he comes out and he's apparently like a medical droid. I liked him because he's a medical droid. And instantly, after seeing him, I'm put in the mindset of, oh, look, that's K9 from Doctor Who. It's not really. They're not ripping them off. But just like, you see things and your mind goes to make connections. And that's the connection it made. So it put me in a nice warm space. Doctor Who. But I kind of want to see at some point, there's got to be where he's like down on his luck. Not down on his luck, but like beat up and hiding somewhere. And he gets an old-fashioned axe in the future. And he has to like wreck shop with an axe that just has one little side to it and all. I'm waiting for that one. That one's going to be good. So I'm not sure which other comics from this production company have LumberJax in it. He might have been a character in a bunch of their other stuff. If you happen to know, tell me down below. Send me links so I can get caught up. But I definitely enjoyed the first look at this character in its run, and I do look forward to seeing where the rest of the story goes, because they have lots of interesting characters thrown in there so far. I want to see about Triage. Hopefully he becomes a cool part of the thing. I want more fourth wall breaking. So I definitely want to see more about it, and I'll be checking out later episodes. If you're interested in picking it up, like I said before, there's a link down below for ordering. You can check out other things that Fourth Wall Productions and Short Fuse Media Group has to offer there. Thanks, and I will catch you later. Bye. I still don't have any music, but it would go in here, and I know it said it was less than 6 minutes before, but the end screen doesn't count.